You getting kind of sick of that run and gun game where you're firing RPGs all over the place or picking up AK-47 magazines and blowing shit up? Well, maybe Far Cry Primal is the game for you. Far Cry Primal is the newest game in the Far Cry series. Instead of the modern day settings like all the other Far Cry games and all the modern first person shooters these days, this game takes you back to 10,000 BC to prehistoric times where the gunplay, the vehicle gameplay, all of that has been removed and you are crafting your weapons. You are crafting clubs, you're crafting spears, bow and arrows. But the coolest thing, you can now tame an animal and have that animal as your sidekick or as your companion. And some of them you can even ride, which is really intense. There's nothing like cruising through a forest on a saber-tooth, pouncing on enemies, or blasting through a checkpoint on the back of a mammoth, throwing guys all around and stomping them to death. That's what keeps Far Cry Primal exciting and fun. People have asked me what makes this Far Cry different than all the other Far Cries. And to be honest, if you played Far Cry 1 through 4, you've played Far Cry Primal. It's the same concept. You got checkpoints, you got little tiny objectives that really don't mean crap except for getting you that 100% achievement. You got the main storyline, which is basically go from point A to point B, kill a bunch of people, take something that doesn't belong to you, claim it as your own, and keep fighting until you get to the main boss, kill him, beat the game. Even though the storyline can be extremely repetitive along with the side objectives, there are still things about Far Cry Primal that is still enjoyable. Like I mentioned earlier, you can now have companions that will help you complete your objective. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing cooler than having a Black Panther or a rare wolf or a gigantic bear help you kill and mangle your enemies. They've even introduced a new cool feature, which I like to call the Eyes in the Sky, which is an eagle that you can control to fly around, scout ahead, scout enemies, scout animals, scout approaches. You can even drop beehive bombs or napalm bombs on your enemies. There's so many different ways to complete the objectives where sometimes all you have to do is hide behind a rock and you personally don't have to kill anybody. Your companion and your eagle will complete a whole checkpoint by themselves, or you can jump on a mammoth and go charging through that checkpoint, picking up enemies, smashing them to the ground, throwing them off cliffs. It makes doing all of these repetitive missions a lot more enjoyable. Besides the million different ways to kill AI and to conquer objectives, there are other little things about this game that I really enjoyed. The environment and the graphical settings alone made this game enjoyable. The graphical settings of this game brought this game to life. You would get sun glares on your screen when you walked under a waterfall. It was almost like you're walking under a real waterfall. It really made you feel like you were in the jungle. But don't let that beautiful jungle fool you, because without the hunter vision, it is very, very easy to walk up on a snake in the bushes, or to walk up on an alligator underneath some lily pads. But do try to join the jungle, because if you look around, you will capture some funny ass moments. If you want to spend $60 on a game and perform some really badass takedowns, or enjoy watching your companion eat a human being, then Far Cry Primal is your game. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to join me on Twitch, where I'm streaming Monday through Saturday. and I will see you guys next time.